And that's vital.
Here we are outside the Big Game LAN event. Apparently there's 84 gamers in there with all their PCs avidly playing games. Let's go in and take a look. Follow me. I'm going to go and speak to James Yale, the main driving force behind the big game. Could you describe to me what a LAN party is and how long the big game in general has been going on for?
Well, the big game's been going on for 13 events now. This event's number 13. I guess it must have been going on for about 6 or 7 years since our very first one, which was very small. LAN party is basically a group of like-minded individuals, gamers, getting together, networking all their PCs up, bringing them all to a central location, and hooking them all up and playing lots of games.
What kind of games do you play at these events?
Unfortunately, I don't get to play as many games as I'd like. I do spend a lot of time, fixing things and organising. But a lot of the common games played, things like Quake 3, Counter-Strike, all the popular games online. There are a few other big ones, Battlefield 1942, things like that. We like to take a whole day to set up the event before it starts. However, this event we only got 5 hours. So I guess when pushed we can do it in 5. But we prefer a whole day.
Is the big game event just for like the stereotypical kind of geeky guy that sits in the bedroom?
We hope not. As hopefully you've seen at the event, these gamers aren't complete social outcasts, and they are fairly presentable and not too smelly, most of them anyway. It's the thing about LAN parties is it's really social. Since you can shout at the people you're killing across the room, it adds a whole new dimension to gaming.
So, we've heard from James Yale about the organisational side of the big game. Let's hear from some punters that attend the event and see what they think.
I really like it. I came to the last one, I liked it so much, I come to this one as well. And if there's a next one, I'll come to that.
It's fucking amazing.
Yes, it's quality. It's now my 5th or 6th or something. I've been coming since Big Game 8. and it rocks, so come to the big game.
Enjoyed it since Big Game 10.
I've been to the event a few times, and it's like it just gets better and better every time.
What can I say? It's cool. It's really good fun. I wasn't expecting this many people to be here, to be honest. It's kind of exciting. I'm playing online at the moment, trying to beat people, so I hope to get back to it.
And now we're off back to James Yale. He's going to tell us about the Big Game Pizza Run.
Back when we were just doing LANs between friends, we used to order Domino's pizza. And they seemed like big orders then, having 5 or 6 pizzas. Now we get a deal with Domino's and everyone gets cheap pizza, so we get 50 or 60 instead.
And now we're going to speak to James Taylor, a crew member for the Big Game. We're going to see what he thinks about the event.
I just advertise Big Game as basically a group of people who get together. They want to play games, they want to sort of be social, and it's an event where we come together to play not just about the games, but to talk to other gamers, find out things we've got in common, discuss hardware issues and things like that. It's just a social event more than anything else.
How long would you say that the Big Game would normally takes to set up?
On average, we're here the night before doing sort of 5 hours work, including carting the equipment here and actually physically setting up. And then on the day, another 4 hours before the event normally, just to get everything in place, including going to get the equipment that we have to rent. But obviously setting up places for 80 odd PCs does take a fair amount of time. And more people doesn't always necessarily make it quicker. Sometimes we can do better with fewer people who know what they're doing, but it's like any other large event, it takes organisation.
Do you spend much time before the events setting them up and preparing and things?
There's a lot of time spent online dealing with issues for sign-ups and making sure people know where they're going, make sure the location's sorted, the games are sorted, what tournaments are going to be running, the servers are set up. There's a lot of electronic organisation that goes into the event to ensure that it runs smoothly on the day. We try to get as much done before as possible, but it's not always that easy to do.
Apart from gaming, is there anything else that happens during the event?
There's a lot of social time. A lot of people spend time talking to each other and just sitting off. We do the Big Game Pizza Run where we this event managed to get 62 pizzas from Domino's. That creates a nice environment. People sit down with their pizza in the groups, have a chat, speak to people from all over the country that they've spoken to on the internet for quite a long time, but they've never actually met.
What's the future of the event as you see it?
As the event's going, it's growing larger, sort of 10, 15 people every event extra. This is going to lead, obviously, to the event getting bigger. It's going to need new locations, it's going to need new hardware, and possibly a different way of looking at it. The other way we could tackle that problem is have more regular events of a smaller size. But it's got a long way to go upwards. I mean, people like Multiplayer have proved that there is a market for the large UK LAN, and the Big Game, with the value that it offers, could really make a dent on that market and maybe take some of the customer away from the larger LANs who are charging sort of £100 a weekend ticket. But the spirit of the LAN will always sort of be there, that it is a social event rather than a tournament event, and that will probably stop it becoming the biggest in the UK. But it's still got a long way to go upwards.